Imagine you want to build a house.
Right, a house.
A beautiful, strong house, where you can live comfortably.
Yes.
You have all of your tools, but there is a big problem.
Oh, what is the problem?
You do not have any large pieces to build with.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You do not have big pieces of wood. You do not have any glass for the windows.
Wow, so what do you have?
You only have sawdust.
Sawdust. Tiny little pieces of dust from the wood.
Exactly. Tiny pieces. If you try to build a house by gluing tiny pieces of sawdust together, one by one, what will happen?
Well, it will take a very, very long time.
A very long time. You will get tired, you will feel stressed, and the house will probably fall down.
Yeah, that is a perfect picture of the problem.
I think so too.
I mean, building a house with sawdust is exhausting.
Yeah.
It's too slow.
Very slow.
You work all day long, you think very hard, and, well, you only build a tiny piece of the floor.
Right.
It is completely frustrating.
But then you look across the street, you see a different builder. And this builder is working very fast. Their house is going up in just one day.
Just one day.
Where? You watch them and you wonder, how are they doing this? Are they doing magic?
Right, it looks like magic.
But then you look closer. They are not using sawdust.
Okay, so what are they using?
They are not making the doors themselves. The doors are already made.
Oh, I understand.
They are just picking up a pre-made door and putting it right into the house. They have big, strong bricks.
Yes. That second builder is working smart.
Exactly.
They are using pieces that are already built. They just pick them up and use them.
They do not have to think about it.
Right. They do not have to think about how to build a door. They just open the door and walk through it.
Welcome to today's deep dive. We are so happy you are here listening with us today.
We really are.
Today, we are looking at something that will completely change the way you speak.
Yes, it will.
We are looking at a wonderful guide. It is called The Storywise Toolbox, 50 Essential Phrases for Fluency.
A very powerful guide.
It is. Now, I want to stop for a moment. I want to say something directly to you, the listener.
Yes, please listen carefully.
If you are learning English, maybe you are at the beginning of your journey.
Right.
Maybe you are at the A1 or A2 level. If that is you, please listen carefully.
We have a special plan for today.
We do. We are going to speak very slowly today.
Like this. Very slowly.
Yes, we are going to speak very clearly. We are going to use simple words.
And we will explain everything.
We are doing this because our main goal today is to help you. We want you to feel comfortable.
Exactly. We want you to understand everything we say.
That is exactly right.
We want to be your guides. We want to help you sound natural.
Sounding natural is so important.
It really is. We want to help you sound like a comfortable, confident English speaker.
Yes.
Today, our source material is a guide that holds a secret.
A big secret.
The guide contains 50 powerful phrases. The guide tells us that these 50 phrases will cover 90% of the things you need to say in your daily life.
Wait, really? 90%?
Yes, 90%.
That is almost everything.
It is. This guide also teaches us the rules for the rhythm of English.
Rhythm.
Yes, rhythm is the music of the language. It is how the words connect and flow together.
Oh, I love that. The music of the language.
And finally, the guide gives us a step-by-step plan. It shows us exactly how to practice these phrases so we never forget them.
So our mission today is very clear.
Very clear.
We are going to teach you how to stop building your English sentences word by word.
Right, no more sawdust.
Exactly. We are going to teach you how to stop using sawdust. We are going to start using pre-built bricks.
Beautiful, strong bricks.
These bricks will help you sound smooth, they will help you speak faster, and they will help you be very polite.
Yes, polite is very important in English.
We are going to learn how to stop translating words in your head. We will practice linking words together.
And we will learn the secret to asking for help without ever sounding rude.
That is a great mission.
But before we open the toolbox and look at the actual phrases, we need to talk about the builder's secret.
Okay, let's talk about it.
We need to completely change how we think about learning a new language.
I agree.
When most people start learning English, well, how do they do it?
They learn single words.
Right. They learn one word at a time. They memorize the word dog. They memorize the word run. They memorize the word fast.
Yes, exactly. I remember doing this. You have a long list of words on a piece of paper.
Lots of lists.
You just try to put them all in your memory. It feels like you are doing a good job because you know so many words.
And, well, having a big vocabulary is good. Knowing many words is helpful.
But there's a problem, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
The guide explains a very big problem with this method. If you only learn single words, what happens when you want to speak?
You have to build puzzled.
Exactly. You have to build a grammar puzzle in your head.
It is hard work.
It is. Every single time you open your mouth, you have to think, okay, what is the subject?
What is the verb?
Does the verb need an "as" at the end? Is this the past tense or the future tense?
It is exactly like a puzzle. You are holding all these tiny pieces of sawdust in your mind.
Yes.
You think, does the word in go here? Or does the word on go here? Your brain is working so hard just to make one short sentence.
And this mental puzzle makes speaking very slow.
So slow.
It makes speaking incredibly stressful. You stop listening to the other person because you are too busy thinking about your own grammar.
Oh, that is so true. You get scared.
You feel afraid of making a mistake.
Yeah.
But learning a phrase completely changes this.
A phrase. Let us explain that word.
Yes. A phrase is a group of words that live together. They stay together. It is a pre-built brick.
The pre-built brick.
You do not build the brick. You do not think about the grammar inside the brick. You just pick up the brick and you use it.
That sounds so much easier.
It makes your brain relax, makes you sound much more natural.
Let me give another example to make this very clear for you, the listener.
Please do.
Imagine you are playing with plastic building blocks.
Like toys.
Yeah, like toy blocks. Maybe you want to make a toy car.
Okay.
Instead of taking tiny, tiny pieces of plastic, putting glue on them, and waiting for the glue to dry,
That would take forever.
it would. Instead of that, you just reach into your toy box, you pull out a piece that is already a wheel.
Ah, perfect wheel.
It is perfectly round. It is ready to use. You just push it onto the toy car. Boom. You have a wheel.
You did not make the wheel.
No, you did not make it. You just used it. That is what a phrase is.
To show us how powerful this is, our source text shares a very inspiring story.
A story? I love stories.
It is the story of an English student named Omar.
Okay, Omar.
Omar was a dedicated student. He was studying at the A2 level. He studied his vocabulary lists every single night.
He worked very hard.
Very hard. He knew hundreds and hundreds of English words.
Hundreds. That is a lot.
But Omar had a very big problem. He was terrified to speak.
Oh, no.
When he went to his English class, he sat in the back of the room and he stayed completely quiet.
Wait, let me understand this. If Omar knew hundreds of words, why was he so afraid? Why couldn't he just open his mouth and say the words he knew?
Because of the grammar puzzle.
Ah, the puzzle.
Omar wanted his English to be absolutely perfect. Every time he wanted to say hello to his teacher, he froze.
He froze. He could not move.
He thought, am I using the right verb tense? Is this a preposition of time or a preposition of place?
Too many rules.
He was so worried about dropping a piece of the puzzle that he decided it was safer to say nothing at all.
That is so sad.
He felt trapped inside his own head.
That is a very sad story. But I think it is a very common story.
Very common.
I'm sure many people listening right now understand exactly how Omar felt.
Yes, I'm sure they do.
You know the words are in your brain, but speaking them out loud feels too heavy. The fear of being wrong is too big.
The fear is strong.
So what changed for Omar? How did he fix this problem?
Well, Omar decided to make a massive change in his learning.
A massive change. A big change.
Yes. He decided to throw away his long lists of single words. He stopped trying to build sentences from sawdust.
Good for him.
Instead, he made a rule for himself. He decided to learn only 5 phrases a week.
Only 5.
Just 5 pre-built bricks. That is all.
Just 5 phrases a week? That sounds almost too easy. What kind of phrases did he learn?
He learned very simple, complete ideas. For example, he learned the phrase, how's it going?
How's it going?
Right. He did not learn how and is and it and going.
Yeah.
He learned the whole piece together.
Just one block.
I also learned the phrase, could you do me a favor?
Okay, so he learned his 5 bricks. Did he actually try to build with them? Did he use them?
He did. He went back to his English speaking club. But this time, his mind was relaxed.
Oh, that is good.
He made a promise to himself. He said, I will not try to make long, difficult sentences today.
So smart.
I will not think about grammar at all. I will only use my pre-built bricks.
I love that.
When he saw his teacher, he did not panic about verb tenses. He just smiled, reached into his metal toolbox, pulled out his brick and said, hi, how's it going?
That sounds so easy. And it sounds completely natural. Hi, how's it going? Is perfect English.
Yes, it is. Later in the class, he needed to borrow a pen.
Oh, a pen.
In the past, he would have panicked. He would have thought, Do I say, give me pen or I want pen?
Right. The puzzle again.
But this time, he used his other brick. He looked at his classmate and said, could you do me a favor? Can I borrow a pen?
And how did the other people react?
The people at the English club were amazed.
Amazed.
They thought Omar had suddenly become incredibly fluent. They thought his English was beautiful and polite.
Wow.
But here's the most important lesson for the listener right now.
Listen closely.
Omar did not suddenly become a grammar expert overnight. He did not read a magic grammar book.
No.
He simply changed his tools. He stopped using single words. He started using phrases.
That is a wonderful story. It gives so much hope.
It really does.
Omar just changed his tools, and you can do this too.
Yes, you can.
You just need to know which tools to put in your box. So, let us begin. Let us open this guide.
Let's open it.
Let us look at the very first tools we need to build our English house.
The very first tools.
The most important place to start is when you meet someone for the first time. We need tools for first impressions.
Yes. A first impression is the very first feeling someone has about you when they meet you.
The very first feeling.
It is the first picture they paint of you in their mind. When you meet someone, you want to seem friendly.
You want to smile.
You want to seem relaxed. You want to be charismatic.
Charismatic. Let us explain that word.
Charismatic means you have a warm energy that makes people like you.
A warm energy.
Yes. Let us slowly walk through some key greeting phrases from our guide. Let us start with the exact phrase Omar used. How's it going?
Let us take our time with this. I want the listener to really understand it. How is it going?
How's it going?
This is a very common way to say, how are you? But why do we use it? If I can just say, how are you? Why do I need to learn, how's it going?
That is a great question. You can absolutely say, how are you? It is not wrong.
Okay.
But sometimes, how are you can sound a little bit formal.
Formal. Serious.
It can sound a little bit serious, like a doctor asking about your health.
Oh, like, how are you feeling today?
Exactly. How's it going? Is much more relaxed. It sounds like you were talking to a friend. It is warm and natural.
Let us imagine a situation.
Okay.
You walk into your office in the morning. You see your coworker, David, getting coffee.
Good morning, David.
You do not want to sound like a robot. You want to sound like a friendly coworker. You walk up, smile, and say, "Morning, David. How's it going?"
It feels so easy.
Exactly. It is a light and happy way to start the day.
Now, what if you see a person, but you have not seen them for a very, very long time?
Oh, a long time. Maybe you've not seen them for a whole year.
You cannot just say hello. You need a phrase that shows you remember them.
Oh, the guide has a fantastic phrase for this. The phrase is, long time no see.
Yes.
Let me say that again, very clearly. Long time no see.
This is a fun phrase. If you look at the grammar, well, it looks broken. Long time no see.
It does look broken.
But remember our rule. We do not care about the grammar inside the brick. We just use the brick.
Just use the brick.
This phrase means exactly what the words say. A long time has passed, and I did not see you.
Let us practice a situation. Imagine you are walking in the park.
Okay, walking in the park.
Suddenly, you see your old university friend, Maria. You have not seen Maria since you graduated.
Oh, wow.
You walk up to her with a big smile and you say, "Maria, wow, long time no see."
That is perfect. When you say long time no see, it makes the other person feel special.
Special.
It shows them that you missed them. It shows them that their absence was noticed.
Well, it's really nice.
Now, after you say long time no see, you probably want to know what happened in their life while they were gone.
Right. You want to ask questions.
The guide gives us another brilliant pre-built brick for this. The phrase is, what have you been up to?
Okay, wait. Let me ask a question about this one.
Please do.
What have you been up to? The word up usually means pointing to the sky.
Pointing to the sky, yes.
Does this phrase mean, are you climbing up a tree? What does up to mean?
I'm glad you asked that. This is a perfect example of why translating word by word does not work.
Right. Sawdust.
If you translate up and to into your native language, it will make no sense.
No sense at all.
Up to is an English idiom. And this phrase, up to, simply means doing.
Oh, I understand. So what have you been up to? Really just means what have you been doing?
Exactly. But we use what have you been up to when we are asking about recent history.
Recent history.
You're asking about the time between the last time we met and today.
Okay.
It is an invitation for the other person to tell you a story about their life. Did you get a new job? Did you travel? What have you been up to?
Let us ask the listener to practice saying this one. It is a bit longer.
Yes, let's practice.
Let us say it slowly together. What have you been up to?
Try to say it out loud wherever you're listening. What have you been up to?
It is a wonderful way to open a deep conversation.
Now, we know how to ask the questions. But what happens when someone asks you these questions?
Oh, right. You have to answer.
If someone looks at you and says, "Hey, how's it going?" You need a good brick to answer them.
We need an answering brick.
The text gives us a great one. Can't complain.
Can't complain.
Let me say it slowly, without the contraction first. Cannot complain.
Cannot complain.
But in natural speech, we push the words together. We say, can't complain.
Can't complain. Wait, let me think about this. Complaining is when you say bad things, right?
Yes.
Like, oh, it is too hot, or my feet hurt. Complaining is negative.
Very negative.
So why is can't complain a good answer when someone asks how you are?
This is a beautiful little piece of English culture. In English, we often use a negative idea to express a positive feeling.
That is interesting.
If you say, I can't complain, you are really saying, I have no big problems. I have a home. I have food. Life is okay.
Oh, I see.
You are saying that things are so good, it is impossible for you to complain.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It is actually a very humble, happy answer.
Exactly.
It means life is good. So let us role play this. I will be the coworker getting coffee. You walk in.
Okay.
Morning, how's it going?
Can't complain. How about you?
It is such a smooth, natural exchange.
Let us look at one more greeting before we move on. This one is very useful for professional situations or when talking to families.
Professional situations.
The phrase is, give my regards to.
Give my regards to. What is a regard?
A regard is a feeling of respect and good wishes.
Respect.
This phrase is a formal, polite way to say hello to someone for me.
Okay.
For example, if you are talking to your business partner and you know his wife, you can say, give my regards to your wife.
It sounds much more professional than just saying, tell your wife I said hi.
Much more professional.
It shows a deep level of respect. Give my regards to your family. It is a great brick to have in your professional toolbox.
So we have a wonderful list of greetings. We know how to be friendly. We know how to show respect.
We have great tools.
But here is where language learning gets very challenging. Greeting someone is easy because you are usually happy.
Yes, smiling is easy.
But what happens when you are confused? What happens when you do not understand what someone said?
That is scary.
Or what happens when you desperately need help?
This is the scariest part for any English learner. Asking for help can feel very dangerous.
It can.
You feel vulnerable. You worry that you'll say the wrong thing and make the other person angry.
That fear is very real. And this brings us to one of the most crucial lessons from our source text.
A crucial lesson, a very important lesson.
The guide explains a big secret about English culture. The English language is an extremely polite language. Tone is absolutely everything.
Let us explain what tone means to our listener.
Good idea.
Tone is not the words you use. Tone is the feeling inside your voice. Tone is the music of your attitude.
Your attitude, yes.
Your voice can sound hard or your voice can sound soft.
Yes. And the guide tells us that if your tone is hard, even if your grammar is perfect, English speakers might think you are being rude.
Rude, not polite.
Let us explore an example from the text to show the difference between a command and a request.
I want to push back on this a little bit. I want to ask a question that I think our listeners might be thinking.
Of course.
Let us say, I am at a restaurant. I am sitting at the table. I am paying for the food. I look at the waiter and I say, give me water.
Give me water.
The verb is correct. The noun is correct. The waiter knows what I want. Why is that a problem? If the English words are correct, isn't that enough?
That is a fantastic question. Let us break down why give me water is a problem. Let us connect this to human psychology.
Human psychology.
Give me is a command. A command is an order. An army general gives a command to a soldier.
Okay, an order.
A king gives a command to his servant. When you tell the waiter, give me water, your tone is aggressive.
Aggressive, angry.
You're telling them they have no choice. It sounds like you think you are better than them.
Oh, I see. Even if I am paying for the food, it is rude to treat the waiter like a servant.
Yes, it is very rude.
Give me water makes people feel small. It makes them feel disrespected.
Exactly.
So if we cannot use commands, how do we fix this? How do we use our toolbox to get water without sounding like an angry king?
The fix is incredibly simple. We use two magic tools, please and could you.
Please and could you?
Instead of a hard command, we make a soft request. We ask a question.
Ask a question.
We give the other person the choice to help us. Instead of give me water, you say, Could I have some water, please?
Listen to the difference in those two sentences, listener. Give me water. That is hard.
Very hard.
Now listen to the soft request. Could I have some water, please?
So polite.
Let us break that phrase down slowly. Could I have some water, please?
That phrase is completely charismatic. It is polite. It shows respect.
Yes, respect.
When you say, could I have, the waiter will smile, and they will be very happy to bring you the water.
Using the word could is your best, most powerful tool for asking for help in English.
Let us practice using could in some other difficult situations.
Okay. Imagine you are talking to a native English speaker. They are telling you a story, but they are talking so fast.
Too fast.
Their words are flying by like a race car. You cannot understand them. You want them to say the words again. What do?
Good question.
You cannot yell, stop speaking fast, say it again. That is a command. That is rude.
Exactly. You do not use a command. You use your pre-built polite brick. You say, could you repeat that, please?
Let us say it slowly. Could you repeat that, please?
Repeat means to do something again, to say something again.
So you are asking, could you say that again, please?
It is so soft.
It tells the other person, I am trying very hard to listen to you, but I just need you to say it one more time. They will be happy to repeat it for you.
Let us look at another phrase using could. This is the phrase Omar used at his English club. Could you do me a favor?
Let us explain the word favor. A favor is a kind action.
A kind action.
If you do a favor for me, you are helping me. So, could you do me a favor? Means, could you help me? But why don't we just say, help me? Why is this phrase better?
Could you do me a favor? Is a brilliant psychological tool. When you use this phrase, you prepare the other person.
You prepare them.
You are giving them a warning. Imagine if I run up to you and suddenly shout, carry my heavy box.
You will feel shocked. You will feel annoyed. I threw my problem right into your face.
Yes, I would not like that at all.
No one likes that.
But if I walk up to you and say, excuse me, could you do me a favor? I am pausing. I am knocking on your door before I enter.
Knocking on the door.
I am asking if you are willing to help me before I tell you what the problem is.
That is a beautiful way to explain it. You are knocking on the door. You give them a chance to say, yes, how can I help? Then you can say, can you help me carry this box? It is so much more polite. Listener, write this one down. Could you do me a favor?
Here's another situation. Sometimes people do not just speak fast, they speak with a very difficult accent.
Accents can be very hard.
You need them to slow down. Our source guide gives us a great, honest phrase for this. You can say, could you speak a bit slower?
Could you speak a bit slower?
A bit just means a little.
Could you speak a little slower? This is honest,
Wow.
and it is brave. It is okay to tell someone you are learning. People are almost always happy to slow down if you ask them with a polite request.
And finally, what if you just completely miss what they said? Maybe a loud truck drove past on the street.
Too much noise.
Or maybe you just lost your focus for 1 second. You did not hear their words at all. You can use this wonderful phrase, I'm sorry I didn't catch that.
I am sorry, I did not catch that. Let us look at the word catch.
Catch.
Usually we catch a ball with our hands, someone throws a baseball, and you catch it. But here, we are catching words with our ears.
Yes, it is a great mental picture. The other person threw the words out of their mouth, but your ears did not catch them. The words fell on the floor.
So when you say, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, you are saying, you spoke, but my brain did not grab the words, please throw them again.
It is a very natural, friendly, native-sounding way to say, I did not hear you.
So let us look at our toolbox right now. We have greetings to be friendly.
Check.
We have polite requests to get help without sounding rude. We have excellent tools.
But having the tools is only half of the job.
Only half.
If you want to sound truly confident, if you want to sound like you belong, you have to change the sound of your speaking.
This is a fascinating part of the guide. We need to talk about rhythm.
Rhythm?
Rhythm is the beat of the language. It is how the sounds flow together like music.
Every language has a different music. Spanish has a rhythm, Arabic has a rhythm, and English has a very specific rhythm.
Our source material points out a major mistake that almost all beginning English learners make.
What is the mistake?
When learners speak, they try to say every single word perfectly. They try to say every single word separately. They put a tiny pause, a little invisible stop sign in between every single word.
I know exactly what you're talking about. When I hear a student do this, I imagine a robot.
A robot.
Imagine a robot made of metal trying to walk. It walks with very stiff legs. It takes a step, It stops. It takes another step. It stops. Step,
Ah.
step, stop.
That is a perfect picture.
If you speak English word by word, you sound like that robot walking.
Let us give a concrete example. Let us take our very first phrase. How's it going?
Okay. First, I will demonstrate the bad example. I will demonstrate the robot walk. Listen carefully to the little stops between the words.
Okay, we are listening.
How is it going?
Yes, that sounds very unnatural. It sounds like a machine reading a dictionary. How is it going?
It does not sound human.
To sound human, you have to glide. You cannot stop between the words. The guide gives us a clear rule. Do not say every word separately. Connect them.
We call this linking. Think of it like a train. A train is not just lots of separate cars sitting on the track. The cars are linked together. They hold hands. They pull each other forward.
They hold hands?
The words in an English phrase must hold hands.
The words should hold hands. That is such a lovely image. Let us practice this linking.
This is a very important skill for our listeners, so we are going to spend some time here.
Let us take that same phrase, how's it going, and let us link the cars of the train together.
I will do the good example, the human example. Listen to how smooth it is.
Yeah.
How is it going?
Let us slow that down and look inside the words. What is happening there?
Pay attention to the middle of the phrase. We have the word house, which ends with an S sound.
N-S sound.
And the next word is it, which starts with an I sound. When native speakers talk, they do not stop after the S.
No stop sign.
The S sound jumps across the space and connects directly to the I sound. It becomes one long sound. Instead of how's it, it sounds like how sit.
Ah, so the word sit, like sitting in a chair, appears in the middle. How's it going?
Yes. You glide right through it. Let us ask the listener to try this.
You, listening right now, try to say it out loud with us.
Do not say how is it. Say how sit.
We will do it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. How's it going?
Let's do it one more time. Make it as smooth as water flowing in a river. How's it going?
When you link the words like this, it feels much faster, doesn't it?
It does. But here is a secret. You are not actually speaking faster. You are just removing the stop signs. You are connecting the words. That is the true rhythm of English.
But how does a learner know which words to link together? You cannot read rhythm in a book.
No, you cannot.
A book is just black ink on white paper. The paper does not make a sound. How do we learn this music?
The guide gives us excellent advice for this. It reminds the listener that to learn music, you must listen to music.
That makes sense.
You must listen to native speakers. You must listen to English stories, watch English movies, or listen to English podcasts, just like this deep dive.
Listen closely.
When you listen, do not just listen for the meaning of the words. Listen to how the words hold hands. Try to sing along with the rhythm.
That is wonderful advice. Listen to the music of the language. Okay, let us review our progress. We have a polite, respectful tone. We have the soft, could you, instead of the hard command.
Yes, very polite.
We have a smooth, connected rhythm. Now, let us look at the actual bricks we need for the rest of our daily lives. We're moving to the daily life toolbox.
Daily life is full of very different situations. You are not always greeting a friend.
Right. Sometimes you are at your office working.
Sometimes you are at a clothing store shopping.
Sometimes you are sitting in a restaurant.
We need different tools for all of these places. Let us start with professional life, work, and university.
When you are at work, you want to show professionalism. Professionalism means acting like a responsible, smart worker.
You want your boss and your team to trust you.
Our first professional phrase is perfect for starting a project. The phrase is, let's get started.
Let us stretch that out. Let us get started. Or, with the contraction, let us get started.
This is the absolutely perfect phrase to begin a meeting. Imagine you are sitting around a table with 5 coworkers. Everyone is chatting and drinking coffee.
You are the leader.
You need everyone to focus. You do not need to give a long speech. You do not need to say, attention everyone, please stop talking. We must begin our work now.
That is too long. It is not a good brick.
You just stand up, smile, and say, all right, everyone, let's get started. It is clear. It is strong. It tells everyone that it is time to focus.
Now imagine the meeting is happening. Your boss looks at you and says, we need someone to print the weekly reports and put them in the blue folders.
You want to volunteer. You want to show that you are a hard worker who takes action. You can use this phrase, I'm on it.
Wait, I am on it? On what? Am I standing on top of the reports? Am I sitting on the folders? What does on it mean?
I love how English uses these little words. No, you are not standing on the paper.
Okay.
I am on it is an idiom. It means the task or the job. When you say I'm on it, you are telling your boss, I am taking control of this job right now. Do not worry about it anymore. I will solve the problem.
It is a phrase that gives confidence. If my boss says, "Can someone call the client?" and I say, "I'm on it," my boss feels relaxed. My boss knows the job is safe in my hands.
I am on it. It is a great pre-built brick.
But what happens when you are too popular at work? What happens when everyone wants you to do a job, but you have no time left?
You are completely exhausted.
You cannot take any more work. You need a polite way to say no. The guide gives us this phrase, "I have a lot on my plate."
Okay, another funny image. I have a lot on my plate. We talked about this before. Why are we talking about plates at the office? I am not eating lunch. I am typing on a computer.
It is a metaphor. Think of a plate at a large dinner party. You put some rice on the plate, then you put some meat on the plate, then you add a big salad.
Now your plate is completely full.
There is no empty space. If someone tries to give you a piece of cake, you have to say stop. If you put cake on my plate, the rice will fall onto the floor.
Ah, I understand the picture now. My plate is my schedule. My plate is my mind. The food is the work.
Yes. So if my coworker asks, "Can you help me build this new wall today?" I can imagine my full plate of food. I can look at them and say, "I am so sorry, I cannot help today. I have a lot on my plate."
Exactly. It is a very polite, very visual way to explain that you are too busy. People immediately understand the picture, and they will respect your time.
And eventually, when all the work on your plate is finally finished, and you are very tired, you can use my favorite phrase of the day. Let's call it a day.
Let me practice the pronunciation of that one. Let us link it together. Let's call it a day. Let's call it a day. But what are we calling? Am I using a telephone to call the day? Hello, day. Are you there?
No telephones needed. Call here means to name something or to declare something.
To declare something.
When you say, "Let's call it a day," you are officially declaring that the workday is over. You are saying, "We have worked hard. The job is done. We can go home and rest now."
It is the best feeling in the world. You close your laptop, look at your friend, and say, "Wow, we worked hard. Let's call it a day." It means it is time to relax.
Now let us leave the office. Let us move to practical daily life out in the city, shopping and eating out.
I love shopping.
Imagine you walk into a nice clothing shop. You're just looking around. You are not sure if you want to buy anything.
A person working at the shop walks up to you quickly and asks, "Hello, can I help you find a specific shirt today?"
This can be very stressful for a learner. The worker is talking fast. You just want to look at the clothes in peace.
You do not want to talk, but you do not want to be rude and say, "Go away." So what is the correct pre-built brick to use?
You use this very polite, simple phrase, "I'm just looking, thanks." Let us say it together. "I'm just looking, thanks."
I'm just looking, thanks. This is a magic shield. When you say this, it tells the worker two things. One, it tells them you do not need their help right now. Two, the thanks tells them you appreciate them.
They will smile, step back, and let you look at the clothes all by yourself.
After you leave the shop, maybe you take a taxi to go home. You arrive at your house, you look at the meter. The taxi ride costs $8.
You open your wallet, and you hand the driver a $10 bill. You have choice here. You can wait for the driver to give you $2 back.
But maybe you think the driver was very nice and you want to give the $2 to them as a gift.
We call that a tip. You want to give them a tip. To do this smoothly, you use the phrase, "Keep the change."
The change is the extra money, the $2.
Yes, keep the change. It is a kind, generous phrase. You can use it with taxi drivers, or you can use it with waiters at a restaurant if you are paying with cash.
Speaking of restaurants, let us go inside one. The next phrase from the guide is vital. It is incredibly important, not just for speaking, but for your actual physical health.
If you have a food allergy, you must know this phrase.
An allergy is when eating a certain food makes you very sick. Some people get sick if they eat nuts, like peanuts. Some people get sick if they eat dairy, which means milk or cheese.
The phrase you must learn is, "Does this have nuts in it?" Or, "Does this have dairy in it?"
Let us stretch that out. Does this have nuts in it? You point at the picture of the cake on the menu, look at the waiter, and ask, "Excuse me, does this have nuts in it?"
This is a direct question about the ingredients. It is a necessary tool for your safety.
And if you do not have any allergies, and you just want an easy way to order food, the guide gives us a shortcut.
Imagine you are sitting at the restaurant with your friend Sarah. Sarah looks at the menu and says, "I will have the large chicken sandwich with extra tomatoes and a side of French fries."
That sounds delicious, and I am hungry. I want the exact same meal. but I do not want to try and remember all those difficult words.
I do not want to say large chicken sandwich with tomatoes and fries.
Oh.
I might make a mistake with the grammar. I just want what Sarah is having.
You don't need to repeat the words. You just close your menu, look at the waiter, point at Sarah, and use this easy brick. I'll have the same, please.
I will have the same, please.
Yeah.
It is so simple. The waiter will immediately know that you want the chicken sandwich too. It saves you time, it saves you mental energy, and it sounds completely natural.
Now let us look at one final category in our daily life toolbox, expressing feelings and opinions.
Being human is not just about working and eating. It is about connecting with other people. It is about sharing what is inside our hearts. We need phrases to share our feelings.
Let us imagine you are very excited about the future. Maybe you bought tickets to see your favorite music group play a concert tomorrow night.
You are so happy. You want to tell your friend how happy you are. What phrase do you use?
You use this phrase, I'm looking forward to it. Let us break this down because it uses the word looking in a strange way. I am looking forward to it.
Yes. Normally looking means using your eyes. You look at a picture, you look at a bird, but here you are looking forward. You are looking into the future.
Exactly. You are pointing your emotional eyes toward tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it means I'm waiting for this event with excitement and joy in my heart. It is a beautiful phrase. Are you going to the concert tomorrow? Yes. I'm really looking forward to it.
Now, what if you were in a serious conversation? Maybe you're in a meeting and someone shares a new idea. You are listening to them. Maybe you do not agree with 100% of their idea, but you want to show them respect. You want to show that you are thinking about their words.
You can validate them. Validating means making them feel heard. You can nod your head and say, that's a good point.
That is a good point. A point here means an idea or an argument. When you say that's a good point, you're saying your brain is working well. I respect your idea. It is a wonderful way to keep a conversation positive, even if you are debating.
Now let us imagine someone tells you something completely crazy, something very surprising, something you almost cannot believe is true.
For example, my friend runs up to me and says, I just found a bag with $1 million inside.
That is a very big surprise. To show your shock, you use this phrase, you've got to be kidding. Let us say it slowly. You have got to be kidding.
The word kidding means joking, telling a funny lie. So when you say, you've got to be kidding, you are saying, this news is so crazy you must be telling me a joke. Is this a joke? It shows massive surprise. I won the lottery. You've got to be kidding.
And finally, what if you start talking about a topic, but then you realize it is not important anymore? Or maybe you tried to explain something 3 times and it is just too difficult and you want to stop trying. You want to drop the subject. You use the simple 2-word brick, never mind.
Never mind. It means, forget about it. Please erase what I just said from your memory. It is okay. Let's move on to a different topic.
Okay, we have opened the toolbox wide. We have looked at greetings, polite requests, work phrases, shopping phrases, and feeling phrases.
We have looked at a lot of phrases, but I need to stop and ask a very hard question, a skeptical question. Are these 50 phrases really enough? Think about it. The English language is huge. It has over 1 million words. 1 million. There are so many complex ideas in the world. How can a small list of 50 phrases possibly be enough to survive?
That is a very normal, very logical question to ask. It feels like 50 is too small a number. But I want to reassure you, and I want to reassure the listener, our source guide is based on deep research into how people actually speak every day. The guide states very clearly, these 50 phrases cover 90% of the daily communication needs for a learner at the A2 level. 90%.
That is a staggering number. 90% of my day can be built with just 50 bricks.
Yes. The guide calls this a giant shift in fluency. A giant shift means a massive, sudden change. Think about your real life. You do not need a vocabulary of 1 million words to buy a cup of coffee. You do not need 1 million words to ask your boss a question. You do not need 1 million words to tell your friend you are excited. You just need the right tools for those specific jobs. If you master these 50 pre-built bricks, your daily life in an English-speaking environment will become very, very easy. The stress will melt away.
Okay, I believe it. The bricks are powerful. So the big question is, how do we actually master them? We have looked at all the shiny new tools in the box, but I try to pick up 50 heavy metal tools all the exact same time. Well, my arms will get tired, and I will drop them. They are too heavy to carry at once. How do we learn these phrases without feeling overwhelmed and stressed?
This brings us to a very important part of our deep dive. The guide does not just give us a list, it gives us a map, a step-by-step plan. The guide has one very strict, unbreakable rule. This is called the anti-memorization strategy. The The rule is this: do not try to memorize all 50 phrases in one day.
Oh, good. Because I cannot memorize 50 phrases in a day. My brain would explode.
Do not sit at your desk for 4 hours trying to force all 50 phrases into your brain. That is the old way of learning. That is the sawdust way. It will only make you tired, and tomorrow you will forget 40 of them. That is the wrong way.
Okay, so what is the right way? What is the master plan for our A1 and A2 learners?
The master plan is beautifully simple. It is 3 easy steps. Step 1, pick exactly 3 phrases each day. Only 3. Do not look at the rest of the list. Hide the rest of the list.
Just pick 3.
Just 3 phrases. That sounds so manageable. Anyone can handle 3 phrases.
It is manageable. That is exactly why it works so well. Step 2, take a physical notebook, not your phone, a paper notebook. Take a pen and write those 3 phrases down. The physical action of writing with a pen helps your brain record the shape of the words. It connects your hand to your memory.
Okay, I have my 3 phrases. I have written them in my notebook. What is step 3?
Step 3 is the most critical step of all. You must use them in real life. Before the sun goes down, you must use those 3 phrases.
Use them. Do not just look at them on the paper. You have to bring them into the real world.
Yes, you can type them in an email to a coworker. You can say them to a cashier at the grocery store. Or if you are alone in your house, that is okay too. Just talk out loud to yourself, stand in your living room, pretend you are starting a meeting, and say out loud, "Okay, let's get started." You must feel the words in your mouth.
I want to pause here because our text shares a very deep, very beautiful psychological idea about this process. The text says that when you use a phrase in a real situation, a magic transformation happens. The phrase moves out of your memory, and it moves into your identity.
Let's explain the difference between memory and identity to the listener. Memory is just a cold box in your brain. It is where you keep facts.
Wow.
You keep math numbers in your memory. You keep dates in your memory.
Yes, but identity is much deeper. Identity is who you are. Identity is your soul, your personality.
Exactly. When you practice a phrase in real life, when you actually say, "How's it going?" to a real human being and they smile back at you, well, the phrase stops being a vocabulary lesson. It becomes a piece of you. You stop translating the phrase from your native language. You stop thinking about it completely. You just start being the phrase. You become the charismatic, confident person who easily says, "How's it going?" It becomes as natural as breathing.
That is the ultimate goal of language learning, to make the language part of your identity. But as we talk about practicing in real life, I know what the listener is thinking. There is a dark cloud hanging over this, the big fear. What if you use the phrase wrong? What if you say the wrong phrase at the wrong time and people laugh at you?
That is the greatest fear for any language learner. The fear of making a mistake in public, the fear of looking foolish.
It is terrifying, is the reason Omar stayed quiet in his class for so long.
The source material addresses this fear very directly. It says, "Do not be afraid. Do not let fear freeze your tongue." Why? Because even if you use a phrase in the completely wrong place, native speakers will almost always understand what you are trying to do. They will know you are learning.
Exactly. Let us imagine a funny mistake. You are in a clothing store. You want to ask the price of a shirt. You should ask, "How much is this?" But your brain mixes up the bricks. You point at the shirt and you confidently say, "How's it going?"
The shirt cannot answer. But what will the person working in a store do? Will they get angry? No. They will smile. They will see that you are an English learner trying your best. They will probably guess what you want or ask, "Do you want to know the price?" They will help you.
The guide has a beautiful rule for this. Communication is more important than perfection. Let me repeat that, because it is the most important sentence in this deep dive. Communication is more important than perfection.
Perfection is an illusion. It is a trick. Nobody speaks perfectly all the time. Even native English speakers make grammar mistakes every single day. They stumble over their words, they use the wrong verbs, but they communicate. When you make a mistake, it is not a failure. Every mistake you make is a lesson, and every lesson is a step forward. You are making progress.
I love that so much. Just try to connect with the other human being. Use your brick. If it is the wrong brick, laugh about it and try a different brick tomorrow. Okay, so let us imagine something wonderful. Let us imagine our listener has followed the plan. They learned 3 phrases a day. They wrote them down. They used them. Now they have mastered the 50 essential phrases. Their foundation is built. Their house is standing strong. It has walls and a roof. What happens next? Is the journey over?
The journey is never over. Once you master the foundational 50 tools, your house is built, yes. But a house with empty white walls and no furniture is a very boring house. How do you decorate your house? How do you make your English unique to your specific life?
Let us explain the word unique. Unique means something that is special to only you. My life is very different from your life. My hobbies are different. My job is different, so my English should be slightly different from your English.
Exactly. The source introduces one final, exciting concept, building your own custom list of phrases. You stop being just a student, and you become a phrase hunter.
A phrase hunter. I love the sound of that. It sounds adventurous, like walking into the jungle and searching for hidden treasure.
That is exactly what it is. The 50 phrases in the guide are the universal tools. Everyone needs them. Everyone needs to say hello. Everyone needs to ask for help. But you need special tools just for your life. For example, the guide mentions that if you are a doctor working at a university, you need specific phrases for scientific research or patient care. If you are a person who makes videos on the internet, you need completely different phrases for video editing or internet marketing.
So how do we hunt for these special phrases? What is the actionable advice for our listeners? Where do we find the treasure?
The advice is to keep your ears wide open to the world around you. When you are watching an English movie on television, or when you are listening to a podcast just like you are doing right now, do not just listen to the story. Listen for the small blocks. Listen for the pre-built bricks that the speakers use.
You listen for the moments when words hold hands.
Yes. When you hear a character in a movie say a really cool phrase, you pause the movie. You say to yourself, oh, wow, that is a really interesting way to say thank you. Or that is a very polite way to tell someone you disagree with them. And then what do? You write it down in your notebook. You steal the brick from the movie and you put it in your own personal toolbox.
This makes learning so personal. Your English should be a reflection of your soul. Your English should show the world who you are. The 50 phrases from the guide, they are the strong wooden floor of your house. They are the solid brick walls. They keep the rain out. But your personal phrases, the ones you hunt for in your favorite movies and books, they are the bright paint on the walls. They are the beautiful pictures hanging in the living room. You're building a house that fits you perfectly.
That is a very beautiful way to think about learning a language. It is not just about memorizing rules from a textbook. It is about building a comfortable home for your mind in a brand new language.
We have covered so much ground today. We have built a really big, beautiful house together. Before we finish, let us gently review what we learned. Let us make sure our listeners have all their tools organized in their toolbox.
Let us review the main lessons slowly. First, we learned a very big secret. We learned that learning complete phrases is much better than learning single, separate words. Single words force you to play stressful grammar puzzles in your head. Phrases are pre-built bricks that you can pick up and use right away. They make you speak faster and feel more confident, just like our brave friend Omar at his English club.
We also learned about the magic of the word could. We learned that English is a polite language, and tone is very important. To avoid sounding rude or aggressive, we never use hard commands. We do not say, give me water. We use soft, polite requests. We ask questions. Could you do me a favor? Could I have some water, please?
Then we learned about the rhythm of the language. We learned to avoid the robot walk. We learned that words must link together and hold hands to sound natural. We do not stop between words and say, how is it going? We connect the sounds and glide through them. We say, how's it going? This is the true music of English.
We learned powerful phrases for our daily life. We learned phrases for showing professionalism at work, like, let's get started, and I have a lot on my plate. We learned phrases for shopping, like the polite shield, I'm just looking, thanks. And we learned phrases for sharing our feelings, like, I'm looking forward to it.
And very importantly, we learned the master plan for practice. We learned the anti-memorization rule. Do not try to memorize all 50 phrases in one day. That will only hurt your brain. Learn just 3 phrases a day. Write them down with a pen. Use them in real life. When you use them, they move from your memory into your identity. And remember, do not be afraid of making mistakes. Communication is always more important than perfection.
And finally, we learned how to become a phrase hunter. We learned how to listen to movies and podcasts to find our own special bricks so we can decorate our English house and make it unique to our own lives.
Our source guide has a final challenge for you today, a call to action. We want you, the listener, to look at the phrases we talked about today. Pick your absolute favorite phrase, just one, and try to use it in a sentence right now, today. Say it out loud to a friend or just say it out loud in your room. Knowledge sitting quietly in a notebook is not power. Using knowledge is power. Bring the phrase to life.
Pick your favorite phrase and use it today. That is your homework mission. And as we finish our deep dive today, I want to leave you with one final thought, a thought for you to explore quietly on your own.
Think about your native language for a moment. Think about the language you grew up speaking as a child. When you speak your mother tongue with your family, do you stop to think about the grammar rules? Do you think about verb tenses? Do you build every single sentence word by word like a puzzle? No, you don't. You just speak in pre-built phrases. You use idioms and chunks of language naturally.
Start listening to yourself in your own language today. Notice the big blocks you use without even thinking about them. You are already a master builder in your native language. You already know exactly how to use phrases. The skill is already inside you. If you can build a house in your native language, you can absolutely build a beautiful house in English. You just need to pick up the new bricks. Keep hunting, keep building. We will see you next time.